Alright, I'm starting up the stream. Should be going momentarily. Alright, looks like the stream is running. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk23, and today I'm going to play LoL. That's what I'm gonna do. I was a little busy, that's why it's so close to midnight. And my busyness actually has to do with time stuff. I'm trying to use a time zone aware date time library in Julia, and I'm not sure how to do something in it. I have a bunch of strings representing date times, and I want to parse them into time zone aware date times, and I have the time zone, and I have the string of the date time, but parsing a string into a time zone aware date time with this library requires requires that the time zone be included as part of the string. So you can't just say, like, here's the time zone object that you should use. It doesn't let you do that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm trying to extract... I don't know. I'm trying to extract the... Yellow Man in chat says, you should be a Weasels. If Weasels are better at working with the datetime library, that could be a benefit. Because I'm not sure what to do with that. I tried, I thought maybe I could get the offset, because it needs like a time zone description in hours, like plus 0700 for 7 hours ahead, sort of thing. But I'm trying to extract that from the time zone object that I already have. And I'm not sure how. I got the dump of that, which is the equivalent of Python's dir built-in function. And it has a name, which for here is America/Los Angeles or something. And like 180-ish transition objects. And I'm not sure how to get the information I want out of that, which is the offset in hours. That's all I want. So maybe I could make a date time out of that. I could make a string out of a date time, because it does let you get the current, get a date time of whenever with your locale. So I could turn that into a string and then get the last few characters from it, I guess. That seems very hacky. Doesn't seem like the right way to do it. But maybe I could create a time zone unaware datetime object and then turn that into a time zone aware object with the locale. I don't know. I'll have to think of stuff. But I got past some language-related errors. I had when you unpack something as you are iterating over it, like for A, comma B, and enumerate something in Julia, you need the parentheses around the A, B. In Python, you do not. In Python, you only need the parentheses to indicate nested stuff. Like if you have an iterable of a whole bunch of pairs of stuff, You could do for A, comma B, and sign, you don't need parentheses. But if you enumerate that, then you would get the number and a tuple, or a pair of something. So you would have for X, comma, parenthesis, A, comma, B, parenthesis, and it would say this is a nested thing in there. So there was that, and also I forgot a couple end statements. So that's yeah. The line number in the traceback is, what are we doing? Your top, huh? What are y'all doing? And you're a support? Okay. Strange. Alberto Ceballos in chat says this is gonna be nice, Singed is fun. He is, especially if you laugh a bunch. And someone whose name I cannot pronounce because it is apparently in Cyrillic, which I cannot read, says a smiley face. So hello everyone in chat. While I rant about the problems that I've been experiencing with Julia. I'm learning stuff. Sometimes I go, how do I do this thing that I'm sure must exist as a feature? And then I Google, and I see people saying, we don't have that. Maybe we should have that. It's like, yeah, maybe. What's Alistar doing? I don't know. How'd that taste? Mix, mix, swirl, mix. That uses a lot of mana. I want to get to level 2 and then fling something into the tower. Mehmet GZ? It's got an extra diacritic mark under the S. Can't really read that. There we go. Now I gotta run very fast. No, go away. Go away. Ooh, exciting. So Mehmet says, no, bad. I don't know what's bad. How about mana? I need a lot of that. Apparently generator functions aren't really a thing. You can sort of do it, but then you need to create a task, and it's produce and consume. It's weird, it's a mess, I don't know. I had a generator in my Python version of the parser, so I'm like, maybe I can make a generator in this too? I'm kind of translating it, which I know you're not supposed to do. The real programmer can write Fortran in any language. That's the thingy. Yes, chase me, chase me. I will murder you again. Now I run away. Goodbye. Goodbye. He didn't do anything. Oh no. In the tower you go. Is he gonna get it with the potion? Yeah. Potion can't help you, sir. What is Alistar doing over there? You okay? Don't know what's going on. Now what's he doing? I have no idea. Anyway. I thought for a bit that I would use Julia's multiple dispatch paradigm instead of each kind of object, each type having various methods that allow it to interact with generic functions. You have each generic function has many methods which handle the various types that the function might be sent. So there's like 1,000 something methods in the built into the standard library. That's a lot. They're not all substantively different. They just, handle different types. But still, still. He has too much health. Goodbye. He has no mana, though. So I thought I would use multiple dispatch, which means you have one function with many methods. Where are you going? And each method has a different type signature, which tells it how to tells it what to do. Hang on. No, I'm dead. That was a very good exhaust over there, but that's okay. Alberto Ceballos says, do you avoid PvP because of its more toxic environment? I avoid PvP because I'm not interested in it. It's too much pressure. If we had this team composition in PvP, we might not be doing so well. No jungler, etc. I don't even know if this guy is actually here or not. I can't tell. But, oh no, chase me. No, I said chase me. Yes, as such. Very good. Whoa. Okay, maybe he is here. That was a good flash. Doop-de-doodly-doo. Doop-de-doodly-doo. And then goodbye. What a great passive Sion has. It's just fantastic. After you lose, you get a chance to be kited. Just in case you weren't kited enough as a melee character. You died? Well, have fun being kited some more. Cause that's, yeah. It's not cool. Oh no, I'm being chased again. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Doop-de-doodly-doo. Doop dee dee doo doo. Now I'm out of mana. Again. Alberto says, I understand. Bots are way more enjoyable in my opinion because there's less stress. Exactly. I am playing this. I am playing a game for enjoyment. I don't need to climb a ladder of what's it or anything. I can buy one of these, full-time sake. And anything over there? Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that. There we go. So I'm just... What is he doing? He's not getting any experience from this stuff, that's for sure. Anyway, so I don't get paid for whether I win or lose like the pros do. It's not a job. I don't need the ranking to impress anyone. It's just goodbye, goodbye. Off I go. Meanwhile, he stands there. It looks like he's there sometimes, but maybe he's busy or watching TV or trying to get homework done. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I will create a regular time zone naive date time object first. Really? And off I go. Boing. I have to recall in the brush. So I think I will create a regular datetime object and then create a new time zone aware datetime object with the original time zone naive one plus a locale. That seems really inefficient. Like really. But I don't know what else to do with that library. I have strings that have to be turned into time zone aware datetimes. That's what I gotta do. So it seems really inefficient to create two date times. Doop dee doodly doo, doop dee doodly doo. Doop dee doodly doo, doop dee doodly doo. Doop dee doodly doo. Doop dee doodly doo. Goodbye. Goodbye. Roar. History time. Sion had a rework this year, last year, something. And his in-game 3D model used to be not very fancy. His voice used to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, basically, imitation. And his kit was weird. Just didn't really match very well. Doop dee dee doo. Run, 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 that's what I do. Bling, 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 bling. Alberto Ceballos says, now that you mentioned the pros, do you ever watch professional LoL games? I do not, because they are generally only streamed as video with announcers, etc., and I just don't want that. And the quality is suboptimal, because this game client is capable of spectate functionality. So, and there used to be something called featured matches, where you would have there was a little corner of the client that had 5 matches to choose from that were going on at that moment, that you could just click and watch. Oh dear, I'm very dead. Wow. Stunned the entire time, couldn't move. That's a good stun. Wow. That was a good stun. But yeah, you could just click the thing and watch a high-level match with full featured in-game capabilities. You can notice how I can click on a unit and get information about it, tooltips, etc. You can do that in the spectating system, client, something. In a video, you cannot, because it's just a video. And it just seems silly. Interesting. Hello. You're dead, Mr. Amumu. So, Sion used to be kind of weird. He had some tankish things. And he had some auto attack things. Whee! And, what now, huh? Hello, Mr. Sion. Let's get you too, shall we? And goodbye. So this whole running after people when he's dead, and then every auto attack he gets on them, he lifesteals a whole bunch. That's that used to be his ultimate. Yeah, just die. And annoying. Is it get poo. So that used to be his ultimate. Press a button, and then for the next 45 seconds, he had massively increased auto attack speed and lifesteal, and half of the amount he lifestealed, he also healed his allies for in an aura. It was like tiny. It was what am I doing? This thing. What's it? It was like this big, so you had to be like really friendly with your team. But it was very handy. You could solo Baron, not solo. You could do Baron with your team like as soon as it spawned, because you could just heal all your friends. It was pretty cool. Alberto says that feature was great. Too bad that they removed it. Yeah, it was. I heard it was something to do with the flex queue and all the other what's-its that they did with PvP stuff, trying to get queue times lower and make make matchmaking produce closer matches, all that sort of stuff. And it just didn't really do what they wanted. Eliminated solo queue, and now it's back, and they kind of reverted all their changes because I really possibly didn't really think things through very well. Doop-de-doo. Oh dear. Wee. Bam! 50 gold. Yeah. So yeah, Sion used to be weird, but there used to be a point to choosing him. Now it's, you get kited, and then you die, and you can get kited some more, and you can only do the really cool thing. His ult was the only remotely interesting part about him. He had a Q, which was a point-and-click stun. That was it. Just a magic damage, AP scaling point-and-click stun. Nothing interesting about it. And a W that was a shield that he still has in some form, lasts for 10 seconds, and then when it explodes, or you can pop it early, it deals damage in an AoE. And he had an E that was a toggle, and when it was on, each hit used some of your remaining health, so it dealt self-damage, but gave you more AD while it was on, and if you killed a unit while it was on, you got some extra maximum health permanently. And the ult was the attack more attack speed and lifesteal and the AoE heal. So the right way basically to play old Sion was, as Alberto was saying, old Sion could be built with AP2, and it was ridiculously strong if he was ahead, of course. And the problem with that is point and click stun and AoE shield burst meant he would hit W for the shield and then wait like 3 or 5 seconds so that he could pop it with another activation, and then he would run towards his opponent and use Q for the point and click stun, and then he would pop his shield and then he would run away. That was it. That was Sion gameplay, and his other abilities were useless for AP Sion. Attacking more and lifesteal, didn't matter. And the other way you could play Sion, which is the way I played him, because it was much more exciting, is AD. So you would have strong auto attacks, and your ult would be, if I don't get CC'd, I don't think I'll die, and neither will my team if they stay close. Of course, that meant that the shield was almost useless, didn't do much damage and didn't block anything, and the stun was just a stun, and it had such a long animation time that if you were trying to use it just to catch up to someone, you would use the stun and then ka-plunk, right? And then walk up to them. It was almost not worth the time to cast it. Because it was like, what, 1.5 seconds? And maybe a 1 second animation. Maybe not that much. Somewhere between half a second to 1 second. But didn't really help catch up to people, and didn't do much damage, and used a lot of mana. So it was basically, you don't need points in those. Could be good to have it for a little bit if someone's channeling something and you want to interrupt, I mean, for the utility in that situation. But really, they weren't very useful abilities for AD Sion, so he was half each of two champions. So now he is fully an AD bruiser thing, fighter. But the coolest part about Sion, which was hitting things really fast and healing from it, he doesn't do that anymore unless he dies. Death passives are a terrible idea. You can only do a thing after you lose. It's better to be able to just do things as a champion regularly without having to lose first. Goodness. All 30s. Played many games? Okay, I don't know. It's weird, but okay. I died twice though. Double the deaths of the second most dyingest person on the team. So much fading. Healing? Did I do no? No healing, okay. Yeah, I took a lot of damage as well. Reasonable CS. That's good. Happy times. So yeah. Short stream. But I think that's what we've got for today. Somewhere down the line, Hexcells Plus, and maybe Python Tetris, and more LoL, and Euro Truck Simulator 2. That's a thing, still. So, Alberto says, yeah, he was very fun too. Old AD Sion suited his lumberjack skin very well because of his attack speed. Looked like he was chopping wood all around. Chop, chop, chop. Because, you know, axe with lumberjack. If you were AP Sion and didn't really care about auto-attacking much, it didn't make much sense to be a lumberjack, because that's the whole thing with, you know, the chopping down trees. But, yeah, AD Sion was pretty cool. And now you can only be AD Sion when you're dead. And then people run away from you. And that's what you do. Get kited. But, I'm gonna keep on learning Julia stuff, and maybe I can do some small streams with Julia. I don't know if that works. Might be a little weird because I've already done lots of stuff in Python. So as far as ideas for what to write, there might not be really new stuff unless I think of something else. So it might be just, let's rewrite that Python thing in Julia because reasons. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for stopping by chat. Yellowman, Alberto, name in Cyrillic, and Mehmet. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. People who are not already subscribed and who haven't already clicked like. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.